Hi, members. I'm doing a video here about two little horror films that I saw, and I just want to talk to you guys about them because when I see something kind of unexpected that I like, I want to share it, and I just want to share it with you guys so we can talk about it. So I saw some films. It's on a small but great horror streaming service called Screambox, and it's called Horror in the High Desert. Horror in the High Desert 1 and Horror in the High Desert Minerva. It starts off, and this is what's so cool about this movie. So I started watching, it's just called Horror in the High Desert, about a missing person. So I love true crime and true crime documentaries. So I thought, oh, it's gonna be one of those. I start watching it. It's a true crime documentary, and I'm watching it, and it's really creepy. And I'm getting that feeling of like, oh my God, what is happening? How come I've never heard of this case? This is so eerie. And they play it really straight, and that's what I loved about it. And in a way, I have to spoil it for you because it's a horror film. I did not know it was scripted at first. So that's what made it like a Blair Witch moment for me, is that I got to see something I thought was real, and it was very scary at first. I got like really scary. Directed by Dutch Marich, and he does a great job of imitating true crime shows. We have interviews, we have cops talking about things, we have cops visiting the scene, we have the great idea of the missing person was a YouTuber, and he would videotape himself hiking and going and, showing hiking tips and how to put your tent up and how to, cook over a fire and like whatever. So he was very comfortable in the wilderness, and that was his gig. So this is a found footage film. So they have this great video of this character who's been like, instructing people how to live in the desert. It's like really, really cool. We're in the wilderness. And then we have this, he's just missing. And we start following the interviews of the police and his sister and his family, his friends, like trying to figure out what happened to him. Really well done, I thought. Because I thought it was true crime, I was okay with this slow burn intro. Like, I was interested and invested in the true crime aspect of it. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was really well done. They didn't show anything. And honestly, I think the true crime shows I love the most are the cold cases because we don't really know what happened. And so I was fine listening and watching this and not knowing what had happened. So that really worked for me. I thought this was a really good found footage film. And it was a nice twist because you feel like you're watching a true crime show. So a nice idea is that you don't have this awkward, found footage where they're just filming, and even though terrible things are happening, they're still filming. And that's a hard thing to pull off, to convince people that there would be people who would still be filming during something terrible happening. So I really liked the aspect that this had a reason for him filming himself. It has a reason for him filming when he goes to visit this creepy area that he's discovered. And I like the aspect that he's been missing. He knew about this area and he was going to go back to it. And we didn't know where this was. That's a problem in the movie. They don't know where this weird cabin was that he found. So he wanted to go investigate it again, even though he felt really weird about it, didn't want to do it, but he's being harassed by the online YouTubers and bullied. Another great idea, because online bullying is a thing. So he felt pressured into going and putting himself in danger by going and filming this place he knew was bad news. Really well done. Then they kind of leave it a little open-ended. They have people who want to solve the crime. Like, they still never know. They don't know where he is. They never found him. No one knows where this cabin was. He tried to keep it a secret because he didn't want people getting in trouble. So we have part 2, which basically follows people trying to find this man, find out where this cabin was. Really smart to tie these two together. I mean, I literally could watch 10 of these. This is so good. So the second one is called Horror in the High Desert Minerva, and it basically follows a crew trying to find out where he went, where he disappeared. And they kind of leveled up a little more. They upped the stakes, because at this point, cat's out of the bag. We know it's found footage. Whereas the other film, they save all the scary stuff, which I thought was scarier before we actually saw what was going on. That's just me. I like not knowing what's happening. So in this one, we get to know pretty fast. They're showing a lot more of the found footage. We're seeing people searching, and they're filming while they're searching. Really well done, though. These were 2 really good films to see back to back. Honestly, you get this whole story. You're invested in it. It's almost like those Netflix crime series where you see the first episode. You're like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? You get to see the next one. That's what this is. You get to see episodes. It's a series of true crime. So highly, highly recommend. 2 little horror films directed by Dutch Marich, and they are really well done found footage. If you like found footage, it's required viewing. I thought they did a great job on this. And let me know what you think. I'd love to hear people talk about this and tell me what you think about this movie, these 2 movies, because I really, really enjoyed them. So I just wanted to share this with you, and I'll see you guys later.